guys, just want to make sure you can hear me. I'm just testing everything before we get started. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Hey, Nicole.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, I'm slammed right now, and I may have to run out of here, but I'm here right now.
Hey, you're present. That's all that matters. If there's anything that you want to share or that you want us to address before you head out, then please go ahead and share that.
Okay, great. Thanks. I hope to be able to hang with you, but if the phone rings, I'm in the middle of making an offer, so we'll see. It's a good thing.
Yeah, awesome. Right on. Early birdies. That's always nice. Hey, Stacy. How are
Hi,
you? How you doing?
good. How are you?
I'm doing super good. Can't complain.
Good.
Getting into some trouble over here. I'm preparing to close on the first contract in 7
Oh,
days.
awesome. Congratulations.
Very happy about that. Yes, thank you. Ariane. I'm gonna be letting everyone in. I'm seeing all the everyone's coming in now, y'all. Wonderful. All right. So I'll give it another minute and then I'll like officially get started at 7:30, and there it is, 7:30. So as everyone's coming in and joining us, I'm gonna give it maybe a second more because I know there's a bunch of people that signed up for tonight, and then I'll go over some quick housekeeping, etc. Beautiful. So I know it's being recorded, so I'll definitely be sharing. And I know that as the visitors, everyone's coming in, sisters are coming in, I'll admit them. But I just wanted to first make sure you all can hear me. Yeah? Excellent. Sounds
Yeah.
good. Right on. Excellent. So I
There's a little feedback in it though,
little feedback.
like a hum of some sort.
Probably because I'm at my office, which is in the gym. So you might be hearing the background of a treadmill going on. So that's probably the hum. So I do apologize about that, but I wouldn't have enough time to leave from here to home and get on the call on time. So that's probably what you're hearing. But everyone's going to be leaving in just a second because that's normally how it rolls here. By 7:30, 8 o'clock, everyone leaves. So, but I'm Christina, and I own two businesses. This is going to be my third one, doing real estate investing. And I noticed that there has been a lot of questions and basically like, how do I get started? What do I do? How do I even begin? And all the things that go along with that, from a DUNS number, SAM's number, taxes, filing taxes, getting all set up. I know a lot of us use Prime. I did not use Prime, but nothing against them. They're really informative. I had a really great conversation with them, but also was already in alignment with what they had to offer. So I would love to just get some insight from everybody, anywhere that you're at on your level of building your business, building your brand. If you've already established your brand, you've already established your LLC, if you already have your website and all the things. And this is going to be an open forum for everybody to just have a conversation, share your knowledge, questions, and more questions. Ask away. I believe, we always say we have like 50 people. We come down to about 30 people, so which makes it a really manageable group for us so that we can have really nice conversations circled around whatever it is that you are having any struggles with or hitting a roadblock with or really need quite a bit of support. So that's what I'm here to do today, is to help you and to provide you with resources. And I'm going to be giving a lot of resources today. I know that we have another call on with Michelle, but I think we have Michelle Carney, and she does one for the June immersion group. And so for anybody that was in that call last week, I gave a lot of insights. We had a lot of note taking for that as well. So based on that is why we're all here today. So I would like to open the floor up to anybody that has any questions concerning startup or even this program whatsoever. Tomorrow will mark my 60 days consecutive with WREIN and doing the training. I've completed the Jumpstart training, completed the active training, and I'm working on the passive training right now. And I really appreciate how it's set up. But I do want to tell you that if you are doing just the active and you haven't started the Jumpstart yet, I'm going to encourage you to try to balance them both out, because what I noticed, what I took from it was the active part alone was really helpful, but at the same time, I really needed the support from the Jumpstart itself, where it goes in so much more depth. And then I noticed that all those questions that I had that I wasn't getting answered straight away were getting answered when I go through the Jumpstart portion. Once you complete the Jumpstart portion, however, you will lose the Jumpstart, which means you won't see it there anymore. So you won't be able to go back into the Jumpstart to then go and review all of those videos, because WREIN has had it set up that they have picked the best of the best videos from that training and have integrated them into what we see today, the active and the passive that we are focused on. And those you can continue to go back to and revisit those videos over and over and over again. That's the first thing. Now, I know somebody had their hand up straight away, and I think, was it Marie? Was it Marie had her hand up, or Patricia? Patricia, you had your hand up. Go ahead and ask your question. You just got to unmute yourself.
Hello. Sorry about that. So I'm at the beginning of active, like doing the LLC and things like that. I don't really understand what Prime is all about, or like how to like ask the right questions to get the right LLC.
Very good. Did anybody else sign up with Prime?
I signed up with Prime.
Stacy, do you want to share your experience?
Sure. So I started with Prime, and we did our LLC for our holding company through Wyoming, which is what they recommended because it is more, the holding company is more private through, is what your, I could try to find my paperwork from them. The holding company is what holds everything and what's private. And then what state you're in is your LLC, is what your company's name is. So I'm in Florida. So I'm Solstice Key LLC is my company that I work with WREIN. So my holding company is in Wyoming. So that everything will funnel into that. So it's more of a private. They explained it all. I could try to find, I think I actually have it here, a detailed map of how they worded it. Actually, it's right here. Can you see it? I don't know. So it kind of like starts off at your holding company here. I don't know if can you see it?
Yeah.
So your holding company is what is all your, can you see it? And then I'll try to stand up here so then I could show you here.
Just move
So
it
then-
back a little bit.
Okay.
Move it back. More. Right there.
Okay. So then that's what then it'll tell you what your income flow is and where your real estate S corp, I didn't form an I just have the see, my husband has an insurance company. So we have two companies. So my husband has an insurance company and I have the the REI. So, and then you form a trust down at the bottom. So then this is basically how they held it for us. So this is basically how they set it up for us and how it should funnel everything then goes into your trust. So this is how we set it up. So the guy was really super helpful. And this is, basically we even went and did just not this 2 Fridays ago, we even set up the trust with them. So the guy walked us through everything, and he said this is how everything should flow. So they were very, very helpful with showing us where, what goes where and what needs to have cash flow. And so hopefully that helps you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Everybody got it?
Thank you. Ashley,
Yeah.
you have your hand up. Did you want to contribute?
It was the question. I think it's you're gonna get to it in the I saw it in the chat because in my portal there's not like lessons under the Jumpstart. I didn't know if maybe that was in the Learning Hub. If you could I think there's a lot of questions about that. I'm on the active. I was doing the active track. I just got in like 4 days ago or something. I don't know. But I definitely want to do the Jumpstart simultaneously if I can just find those lessons. Thank you.
Absolutely, yeah. So sorry about the background noise. There's a ski machine. This is me being at the gym working and then doing this. So I apologize ahead of time, but I want to circle back and then I'm going to jump on that question, Ashley. So I want to circle back to Patricia and what Stacy has showed. This is fantastic. So a holding company is that private part of the company. Like you can get one in Wyoming, you can get one over in Delaware. Most people do Delaware because they are the most friendly tax-wise for entities. I used to work for Enhanced Capital, which is a giant hedge fund basically that provides millions and millions of dollars to all kinds of businesses when they're starting their businesses or buying real estate and what have you. And so they always would go through Delaware to register every single entity. It can be as just your name, LLC, and basically you want to have your LLC because that's going to protect you. A holding company is going to be where everything gets funneled through because you're basically holding all of your different entities for you to protect you. So God forbid somebody sues you for something, they first have to go through your LLC and your holding company before they can ever get to you personally. Something that I want to share with you all that's going to be like holding your hand and guiding you through every single step of the way is your local SBA, your Small Business Association. And you can find them online. They are free. They will guide you through every single thing from creating your LLC, giving you insight about what a holding company is and how to get one. So they're basically Prime, but for free. And so every single state has one. Louisiana, ours is the Louisiana Small Business Development Center, which is the LSBDC. And so everyone has a Small Business Development Center, SBDC. You all have one. All you have to do is go online to your Google and then find out who your Small Business Development Center is and partner with them. And there's also an organization called SCORE, SCORE, score.org. They are a nonprofit. Both of them are nonprofits. Both of them operate on fully helping every single individual entrepreneur, no matter what you are doing in your life as an entrepreneur. They will help guide you, and there's experts that help you along the way. Also, the other one is going to be your real estate investors network. There's the National Real Estate Investors Network that you can go online and click on National Real Estate Investors Network, and then we have ours called the WREIN, which is the Real Estate Investors Association. And here you join. Ours is $170 for the entire year, and you get access to all kinds of free information. You get a free website. If you want to upgrade to a premium, which is like $50 more or $90 more, depending on wherever you're at, then you can get your free website that you can customize as much as you want. They also have tech support that will hold your hand through every single step of the way so that you can learn exactly how to build your website, especially if you bought it through GoDaddy, which would be your domain name. So if you have your LLC or you know what your LLC is going to be and how to set that up, if you're going to do it by yourself, if you're doing it by yourself, then you're going to want to go to your Secretary of State. It maybe costs $50 to $55, maybe $60 to set up your LLC. You just want to Google your name to make sure nobody else has it, and make sure that you buy your domain name as soon as possible. So again, nobody gets it. And then you can turn around and now you have your domain name, which is abc.com. And you can turn around and use your, what we have a DNS, which is your designated name service, that they will, GoDaddy will show you. They will also, you get on the phone with them and they will handhold you all the way through taking your domain name and putting it into your website, and they will teach you all of that. It's super, super, super easy. It's hard at first. I cry over like not knowing how to set up an email. So like they literally helped me take my domain name and put it into my WREIN website. And now when you type in scarlettandgraceventures.com, it will kick you to my website, which is super generic and basic. I have zero care for it because it's not there for anything but just a landing page for you to see that I'm an investor, that I'm legit, and there's a bunch of information about foreclosures and all kinds of stuff that makes it look really professional. When I upgrade and have the time to go in there or hire a VA, which is exactly what I would encourage you to do, to go in there and do all of that for you, then you will have a beautiful website and you don't have to worry about it. The other thing you can do through GoDaddy when you're setting up your LLC is once you set up your LLC through your Secretary of State, and you're going to get what's called articles of incorporation, which is what Prime would be taking care of for you. So you set up your LLC, you're going to get articles of incorporation, which is basically what your company does based on what's called a NACIS code. That NACIS code is your number, which basically covers you're a real estate investor working in a real estate environment. And then you can use that same number to create what's known as your DUNS number, DUNS, which is also what Prime does for you. But you can do that for free by yourself. And it takes no more than an hour, if not 30 minutes to do. And you take the information from your Secretary of State, you go to your DUNS page and you type in all that information and it will go step by step by step for you. After that, once you have that set up, those are pretty much your basic preliminary actions. You've got to have an articles of incorporation in order to open up your bank account because they're going to need to know you're legit. You can use Relay, you can use Capital One, you can use Chase, you can use whoever you like. And those entities, as long as they have your articles of incorporation, your LLC information, you'll be able to then create your bank account. And we can dive more into that too. Now, to go to the questions, now I'm going to go over here. I hope that answers some questions for starting up with LLC, like basic domain name things, etc. But please feel free to ask all the questions that you like, okay? So what do you mean with the jumpstart portion? Okay, so I started in April, well, the end of April, beginning of May. And when I joined because we have that jumpstart program, the active and then the passive. And they tell you on your onboarding, they want you to go through and do the business checklist. Does everybody know about the checklist? Everybody knows the checklist, right? You want to follow that bad boy because that bad boy is going to get you every single step of the way to getting the LLC done, to getting your banking info done, to getting, if you're doing it by yourself, that checklist is a godsend, okay? So definitely use the checklist. Now, when you are looking at the checklist, it's going to go through, make sure that you do this particular video, wholesaling video, and foreclosure video, and lending and borrowing 1, lending and borrowing 2 in the checklist. Because those are the videos that they picked out from their jumpstart training overall. If all of you have your WREIN program up in front of you, and you go over to your sidebar, your panel on the side, you might see that there is WREIN Live, WREIN Newsletter, WREIN Events, all of that, right? Then you've got training plans, and underneath that, if you signed up during Jumpstart, you should see Jumpstart. Do you see that, Ashley? Yeah? No?
Yeah, I see it. I don't have any lessons populated in it, I don't think, unless I'm just clicking around wrong. Where are your lessons populating?
Your lessons should be populated right underneath where it says Jumpstart. Underneath Jumpstart, not the overview.
If you've had your onboarding call. If you haven't had your onboarding call, it won't be there yet.
Yeah, if you haven't had your
Okay,
onboarding.
that's probably what it is. Then no, mine's a private one and it's next week. So that's it. Thank y'all. I was like, I'm losing my mind.
No, girl, you're not losing your mind. We all lose.
Thank y'all.
So
I
I
was
just
in the same
screenshotted
position,
what I
honey.
see on mine, and I've had my onboarding class, but I don't have any jumpstart.
You don't have the Jumpstart underneath your training.
Hey, Christina, I just noticed that they moved it. It used to be and I don't know if maybe for different people when you started it shows up differently, but mine used to be in the Jumpstart and it's no longer there. It's up under training plans under the learning library. That's where all of the
Ah,
Jumpstart videos are for me on mine.
More than likely than for all of us that are in Jumpstart, because I said, where are all my old videos? I can't.
Yeah, they kind of within the last week it looks like they were messing with things, but now it's under training plans learning library. Those are all the jumps what used to be into the Jumpstart section.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Lori.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is it. So that's where you want to go, back and forth. So
Do they normally, or they recommended that we do the active and passive
by themselves.
investor training first, right?
Yeah. So if you're a
And then
passive
go to the
investor,
Jumpstart?
yeah, if they wanted you to do, if you're a passive investor, to do passive, and if you're an active investor, to go straight to active, and then you would go into your Jumpstart program. What I found to help me was, because I need to I can't do like just skim on the top. I need to know everything, but because I don't want to be like, okay, and I'm gonna come make an offer. I really don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
But here I go. So what I did was I went ahead and I did the active, but then I went down and I started doing the Jumpstart. So while I was doing my active training and did day 1, I see you, Nicole, then I would go down and do the Jumpstart portion. And it took me like the first week to figure it out. I was like, you know what? I need a little bit more. And that's when I went down and I did the Jumpstart and I started doing that. And that's when it started to make sense.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Nicole, go ahead.
So I see learning library and training material, and then I see Jumpstart, Jumpstart overview, and Jumpstart network. Where is, I don't see anything that says Jumpstart training.
Did you finish it already?
I haven't had my on, let's see.
And you haven't had your onboarding, it hasn't been up yet.
Wait a minute. I think I have a private call tomorrow.
Perfect. Once you have your private call, they'll more than likely coach you to do just whatever training path you are first. And then from there, they're gonna have you to get that checklist and then you go through your active training and then submit that so you get your points and so on, your badge for completing it. And then the other checklist, which would be your passive checklist. If you decide to do the passive training, which I'm working on now. When you complete the Jumpstart, you'll get a badge for that because you got to do the little tests at the very end of them too. If there's questions more about the Jumpstart program itself, I would contact business at WREIN or Ashley of WREIN, because they're the ones that do all the things with that. I'm not really sure what happens to some of those videos. I have to look from too. But I believe someone said that they're in the learning.
One more question. So on July 1st, I had the onboarding Zoom call. So I don't know, maybe I did go through, my head's spinning.
Well, if you haven't, if you have your onboarding call coming, then
No, on July 1st, I had an onboarding Zoom call. But I have a one-on-one coming up. I guess that's with my coach.
yeah, that will be with your coach. And then your coach is going to have you go through the certain checklist, and that's going to be a perfect opportunity to ask them about your Jumpstart program and where those videos are and how to get started on that.
Right.
Absolutely, yeah. Does somebody else have another question?
I have a question. You were talking about a checklist about the LLC, but I'm not really sure what lesson that checklist is attached to.
Great question, Patricia. So if you guys go up to your community resources, you're going to see two tabs under community resources. You're going to have one that's resources. You're going to have one that's checklists. And then under checklists, you're going to see mentor checklists, business checklists, marketing checklists, etc. Your business checklist, if you download that, that's going to help you with setting up all of the things. And then once you finish your checklist, you want to submit it there so that you can get acknowledged for getting your business entities completely set up. Did you see it? Anyone, everyone?
Okay, I got it. I see it. Thank you.
Can you
You're
say
so
that path one more time?
Absolutely. If you go over to your sidebar and you go to the community resources under the community, once you click into community resources, you're going to see resources and you're going to see checklists. And then you're going to see an entire assortment of different checklists. And if you're someone like me that likes to tick things off as you go along to keep yourself on track, those are going to be your go-tos. And then you can check. And once you're done with all of those, you can submit that. Those are going to be your guides to really help you navigate this entire system. I found it to be extremely helpful when I had that checklist, because then I was able to do those and then go back to the Jumpstart program and do the real training. But then I went back up and continued to go back and kind of go back and forth on both of the trainings, but I kept myself on a very structured time frame so I can get them done in a certain manner.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. And again, the free resources for everyone is your Small Business Development Center. They're called the SBDC. And the SBDC, they also, if you're interested in loans and all of that stuff, they give you a laundry list of all of that you can look into for free. And the same thing with SCORE, SCORE.org, both of them. For setting up your businesses, a really great, if you have not had your Prime call yet, a great tool is to go to ChatGPT, because you can utilize ChatGPT to formulate the questions that you want to ask the Prime folks, especially because this is like a nice call to really get down to the nitty gritty about all the things about how you set up your taxes and how you set up what kind of tax information would you want to be setting up, and what can they offer you with that, versus if you had a conversation with a tax CPA that can help you put all of that together as well. If you are a part of your local real estate investors association, your WREIN, and you go to a networking event, I will 1000% guarantee you will meet appraisers, contractors, title company, lawyers, and CPAs all there for free, and ask all the questions that you want. You can also get
It's called local what?
your local Real Estate Investors Association, REIA, and there's a national one that you can look up, National REIA, and your National REIA will show you where in your area they have like a little map, and you can click on the map and it shows where your local REIA is, and then you can go on there and look up all the information that they have, and you can move through their curriculum. They offer free classes, free training, free contracts. They can go over contracts for you, and they also offer you way more resources than what we have here. We have a lot of resources here, but they can look over everything for you, and to make sure that, especially if it's like contracts specifically that we have with WREIN, that they will look it over for you to make sure that it's compliant with your respective state. There is another resource I want to share with you all that I have been very, very, very happily joining them all the time, and it's on Facebook. And they're free. And I'm going to type it in here, and it's called Wholesaling for Newbies. And I know a lot of people asked me this in the chat, in the group chats on the network. I probably spelled that wrong. Of course I did. Wholesaling for Newbies, and it's by, her name is Lydia Renee. And Lydia Renee, I talk to her almost every single day. She's kind of like my low-key mentor, without being a mentor, but my mentor. And she has joint venture contracts on there for you all for free. You go into the group, you join the group, you'll see me in there, you'll see another Genevieve of ours in there as well. Not the Genevieve Sands, but the other Genevieve that we have, one of our beautiful sisters, also based out of Louisiana. And there's joint venture contracts, there's assignment of purchase contracts, sub 2 information, mobile home assignment of contract. So vacant land assignments of contract. And there's a ton of trainings and videos all for free there. There's also a ton of information down to even legal cases that will give you information on where to cold call, when not to cold call. Right now, cold calling is 100% okay to do because we're not selling anything, we're buying something. So that's something to keep in mind, but you can go to her site. It's a Facebook site, 100%. Thank you so much, Lori. And Wholesaling for Newbies 101. And I tell you, Lydia Renee is amazing. She's accessible. You can reach out to her. She'll voice text you back so you can hear her actually speaking to you. And plethora of questions that I've had that she has answered for me that I couldn't find here. Same question. I see. What do you mean about the jump? We talked about the Jumpstart program, and then 3 types of call scripts for a wholesaler, and I was wondering which one I should use. Beautiful question, Heather. So Lydia Renee actually has cold call scripts as well, and I see you, Patricia. I'm going to get to you in a second. But the cold calling scripts, we have quite a few. I kind of mix all of them up because I want to sound as human as possible when I'm on the phone with somebody. And I actually don't cold call anybody. I've only cold called maybe 5 times and stopped because it wasn't resonating for me, because I'm not a person to be on the phone anyway. I hate talking on the phone. My phone's on Do Not Disturb 1000% of the time. I am not the emergency contact for anybody because I won't answer the phone, period. But I love email and I love text messaging, and that's my key. So if you were to go online, there is, I think it's called Smart Computer or you look up SMS and SMS for real estate, and it's on, I think it's episode 25 of the WREIN podcast, that one of our sisters only uses this one, and I have it written down on another notepad. I should have been more prepared to give that to you, and I will send that out to you all so you all know what it is. But it's an SMS automator, and it will send out to your entire list of phone numbers. It will not send out to your DNCs. DNC means do not call. I am on that do not call list, but it doesn't mean that I'm not going to accept a text. I get a text message every 3 seconds from somebody, and it will say report junk or spam or whatever, and you could totally do that, and they won't ever bother you again. As long as you're texting and you write that opt-in at the bottom, opt-in or opt-out, and if they just say stop or opt-out, then you know not to bother them again, and it's cool. But you know what? You could still send them a letter, right? You could still send them an email, right? Because there's many different ways to get to somebody. You don't necessarily have to pick up the phone to call them. Now, for me, the way that I have been working on my deals, I have, since I started REIN, I believe would be 58 or 59 days ago, I made 4 offers, and the way that I got them was all through networking. All of them I was at, we have something at our local REIA that we have a time where people stand up, and it's called needs and wants. So you can stand up and say, hey, I have a property I'm trying to sell, or hey, I have a property I'm trying to buy, or hey, I'm whatever. And that's how I went up to the person and was like, hey, you're trying to sell that property? I could get it, I could sell it for you. And I'm not a real estate agent, I'm just an investor, but I can take a look at it. And I've got a network of end buyers that are always looking. Y'all, that was my first week. I had no idea what I was doing, but I just went and did it. And he was like, yeah, let's go do it. And then that kind of just propelled my confidence to be like, I got this, I can do this. And then I started talking to all of the other people that were there. And in the midst of talking to these people, I started realizing, oh, there are other investors and there are other wholesalers, and some people only do wholesaling. There's companies that will, if you are in a bind and you really got to get a property off your hands and you're coming down to the close, like we're getting ready to, like, it's only like a weekend. I'm like, I'm pulling my hair out. You can partner with them and do a JV with them, and they will sell your property for you as a wholesaler. They will just take a small percentage. But you do have wholesalers within your local REIA that you can partner with as well. They will also help you with running comps and showing you how they get their comps and how they get their homes and all of that, because it's all about educating each other. And when you've got a community like that, especially in your REIA, that's what you want. You want to be able to do that. The other guy that I work with is, he's my pastor, but he's also a realtor. And so we partner together for wholesale deals, because in the state of Louisiana, realtors cannot do wholesaling, period. They have to have an investor partner with them. So if you have a realtor who's investor friendly, you guys can tag team foreclosures and pretty much any property, because if you can't wholesale it, you can list it and you can still have a win-win with each other.
Christina, I want to say something about cold calling though, if I
Please.
can for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So I spent 20 years in the health club industry. And when I first started there, I have a degree in exercise science. And when I first started there, I was in sales. And I went there, to be honest, out of desperation for a job. And so the only opening they had was sales. So I absolutely hated it because I don't like to ask for money, right? But I had somebody that really shifted my mindset. And thank God I had this mentor, because I ended up being a vice president for this company, a $1 billion company. So, and he shifted my mindset by saying, look, when you ask this one question, how long have you been thinking about, you know, working out or improving your health or getting in shape, or however you want to ask it, right? He said, what are people saying? And most of the people were like a year, 3 years, 5 years, 10, crazy, a long time. And he said, now these people are right in front of you, and they're closer than they've ever been to making a positive change in their life. And so your job is really just to stick your hand out and say, come on, come with me. We're going to do it together. And I think that's how I look at this, because when people are in distressed properties, they also have all the same emotions that are behind people that are coming to get in shape. They're embarrassed about how they look. They're not confident in how they feel. Same thing with this. They're embarrassed they're behind on payments, or they're getting foreclosed on. They have shame around it. And so our job is to say, and you can do this easily. And I think as women, we have, I hate to say it, but we're nurturers by nature. So we have the upper hand. So when we call somebody and we say, you can use curiosity as, I think maybe you put in that you might be interested in selling your house at such and such a thing. Is that right? Like just ask an opening question like that. So it's curiosity. But I think as women, we're going to ask the questions like, hey, how did you get here? Tell me about what's been happening with you. What got you into this situation? Why do you want to get out of your house? Why is it important for you to make this change quickly, or whatever? Maybe it's just that they want to be able to have dinner with their kids every, whatever it is. You got to find that motivation. And when you find that motivation, that's your central talking point with them, because they're, if we can get them to open up, it's not about what does your roof look like? What is this? What do you want to sell it for? Those are all just fact questions. The questions that you really need to ask when you're cold calling is, why are you in this situation? How can we help you get out of it? Like, how can I help you? Like, that's what I do. Me and this group of investors, or, you know, we're here to help people that are in your situation. I say, look, I was exactly where you were 20 years ago, you know, and so I know how you feel. And, you know, I wish I had had someone that has the knowledge that I have that could have helped me out of that situation. You got to use your own emotions, because the reason that people will do a deal with you is emotional. It's not factual. It's emotional. They're in a bad way and they need somebody to help them get out of it. And if you're wholesaling, if that's your picture, I want you to remember that with the cold calls, because everybody's so scared of cold calling, but really you should look at it as a helping call, not a cold call. I'm going to help this person. What can I do to help them? I'm just going to go on a fact finding mission to try to find out, how did they get here? What's important to them? What do they need to get them out of this situation? And how can I help them get there? And so don't be so scared of cold calling, because people are just waiting for someone to help them.
Thank you so much. You just like changed my whole mind on that. I really appreciated that. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Patricia, did you have a question? I know your hand was up.
Yeah, my question, I think you kind of answered it in your comment. I was just inquiring the REIN, I think that's how you say it, the real estate investment network. Did you have to be a realtor? But I think you answered that. You don't have to be a realtor to be a part of it. So that was my question.
My son is an HVAC technician, and I bring him with me to these meetings and one time to time so that he can network.
Thank you.
Everyone
I'm going to
needs
look into
to
that. Sounds interesting.
Another thing I would highly suggest is Facebook groups. Type in the group in the search and look up. For me, it's Louisiana Real Estate Investors or Real Estate Wholesale Networks. If you find the wholesaling for newbie group, you will go down the rabbit hole of all the other wholesaling groups that are out there, of which are also really, really pivotal that I found today's end buyer through this Facebook group. And I held an open house today at the house because I put it up in the marketplace, Facebook marketplace. And that was the gold mine. It was nonstop, bam, 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 bam. I was sending out those investor kits all day, all night, all day, all night, all day, all night. I know, right, Danielle? You are going to be in a million groups. But the other key that I have found in building any business is that you need to be active within those groups. You want to share your knowledge, share your quick wins, share whatever you can in those groups, because that's a community building. And when they see you putting information out there and networking and talking, they're going to begin to trust you just because you're sharing all this information with them, and they're going to reach out to you. This is a level up, like business level up lab that we're just talking about leveling up your business, Nicole, in ways that we can help each other grow from very start to the most seasoned entrepreneur that has been rocking it out for the last 15 years. School is another good place to find good resources. Absolutely. SCORE, SCORE.org. Kelton said a good way is to network and maybe going to auctions 100%. So I highly encourage you. As a matter of fact, I wrote down there's 34 ways that you can find your end buyer. For those of you that are at that point that are looking or to grow your end buyer list. And I started writing down that one was going to auctions. you want to, when you go to, if you have a foreclosure.com, or you know that the county or the your civil jurisdiction will normally have, or normally it's the sheriff's department, will have that for you. And then you can go on there and you can see when your auctions are. Ours are every Thursday, every week. So every week you can go Thursday afternoon to your auction and just watch. Keep your hands down and watch, because if you put your hand up and you get something, you got to have the cash right then and there. Take it home. But attend auctions is number one on how to find end buyers and also how to network. Number two is connecting with your real estate agents, and you want to make sure that they're friendly, because not all brokerages are friendly to investors. Just because a realtor is doesn't mean that their brokerage company is. Keller Williams is definitely not investor friendly. They are one of the oldest and they're the best known of all, but they are not investor friendly. They will really push back a lot. So the WREIN and the Lydia Renee and WREIN's contracts have been pivotal for me working with my realtor, but he's also gotten to a point where he's changing his brokerage because he really loves doing the wholesale venture together. How we work together, for those of you that are interested in that portion of growing your business, and then I'll circle back to more end buyer ways, is your realtor is going to partner with you because they have access to the MLS. And that's key because they can do comps in a second. Mine uses PropWire, not PropStream, but he is familiar with PropStream. He uses PropWire, and I use Public Records, and I also use TruePeopleSearch.com. That's a 100% free resource, which skip traces individuals as well for free. And you can, and then also he uses REI Works, but he doesn't use it to the extent that we use it. He only uses it to compare the comps that he has off of PropWire to make sure that we're in alignment. But it's not something that he uses every single day. He prefers PropWire by far. He says it's like non-negotiable for him. That's right, Danielle. And if you haven't gotten on the calls with Jenna, she does a really great job of going over REI Works and all of that information. I mean, I go back and I watch all of those. As a matter of fact, if you have questions on pretty much anything, go to the FAQs, the frequently asked questions portion on your side panel, and you can look up anything that you have a question on, and I guarantee you it's in there, because that's what I did. I literally watched every single video that's in the frequently asked questions, because I just went down that rabbit hole of being a nerd, and that's what I am. I'm a total nerd. Yes, Nicole.
So I'm in a situation that I've been talking to an owner of property that I was not aware was on the market for like 12 hours, and it went under contract with a developer, and the seller does not want to sell to this developer. They were to cut down some century-old oaks. And so he's letting the contract die tonight at midnight. And I don't know, I don't even know how to completely fill out the contract. I'm not sure what to do, and I don't know who to ask. And I had a couple of people reach out to me today finally, but I'm kind of in this juxtaposition here. I'm listening to this class right now, but at the same time, my head is spinning on, should I reach out to the seller now before the contract he's got dies? I don't know what to do. It's a pre-foreclosure.
Tell me again what's going on with that.
It's a property that has a house on it that needs to be torn down. I had a contractor go through it, and it's a 980 square foot home. It needs $112,500 according to the quote to renovate. It's just not worth it. It needs to be torn down. The property itself is over 6,700 square feet, but it's zoned single family. Can be rezoned for three units. But there's some century old oaks there. and they're protected. Now, developers cut them down and pay fines, you know, that kind of thing happens. But I'm sitting in a situation where the seller is willing to accept an offer from me, but I don't know what to do. If I need to call him now and send it now, the contract he has doesn't die until midnight tonight. The developer is not going to be able to close. He wants an extension. He's not going to get it. So I'm just sort of like, what do I do? I've already run the comps and stuff, but at the same time, I'm not sure what to do.
I would do what Tressa says, get it under contract and then get it to stop foreclosure and then have it an addendum there, some stipulations. And and then on our training, I think it's even in the active investor training, Justin breaks down step by step how to fill out your contract.
Okay, well, I haven't even gotten to that place in it. It won't let me jump forward. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so new. I haven't even. Yeah.
Yeah, we can go over that for sure. 100%. We can go over how to do the contract. If everybody is okay with that, I'm happy to walk through doing a contract with you.
I mean, he's thrown a number at me, which is a retail number. And the bid from the contractor, who is someone I trust implicitly, it was 112,500. This is a 980 something square foot house, 2-bedroom, 1 bath.
It's going under foreclosure?
Yes, it started May 19th. No, June 19th, I think. Stand by. Let me just double check that date. We're running out of time.
What's the address?
June 15th was when, oh, wait a minute, that's not right. Yeah, May 19th, the filed notice of default. And in Florida, it says they only have 30 days, but here it is, it's way past 30 days. So I don't know what's going on with that.
Who's their bank or the lawyer?
I don't know.
So if it's going into foreclosure and
it's listed and under contract right now. He listed it with his agent, who's a friend that's only charging him 2%.
Okay.
I didn't go through the agent. I ran into this lady walking my dog. I said, hey, I really love this house. There's been the trees in the back.
But they already have an agent, right?
I don't. They do.
Okay, but you're the wholesaler.
It's listed.
But you're going to be the wholesaler, right?
That's right.
Okay. You have to go through the agent.
So what do I do? Because I don't even have contact with the agent. The only person I have contact with is the power of attorney who's in charge of selling this property. The owner died. It's his brother. That's the only contact I have.
With the brother?
Yes.
Perfect. So you want to get in touch with the brother because you need to partner with their agent because it's still listed with their agent and you can't do anything as long as that agent is on top of that. You have to go through the agent. This is something I learned with my realtor because there was a property that was going into foreclosure that was listed with an agent, but it was already maxed out, but it was at that point going month to month with the agent. Basically, the agent wants their cut no matter what until it goes
okay,
to
well,
so
the brother said he will take care of paying his agent if I pay the closing costs. This is just conversations I'm having with him, but I don't know who do I deal with? And he hasn't connected me to his agent. So I don't know what.
He needs to connect you to the agent so that you can make an offer, because if you present an offer to the individual themselves,
right.
They can either fire their agent and then deal directly with you, which means he would just have to terminate the contract with his agent.
Right.
And you can have that conversation with him for sure. And then once he terminates that contract with his agent and you make him an offer for that property, you need to have him sign your assignment of contract or your purchase agreement for that property. And so if that property is 100 and you need to know what the judgment total is too. because the judgment is what's going to be what you need to find out how much money you need. So like,
Well, he's already told me what he wants.
well, it's not what he wants. I mean,
That's what he said.
everybody wants
He's
something.
giving me a price, and that's a retail. Yeah,
We would love to give everybody retail price. I
right.
mean,
He's
I
got
would
it
love
under
to.
contract for 385, but this contract's going to die at midnight tonight.
Sure. So then if that's the case, then the contract's going to die at midnight under contract with his realtor?
There's a contract with the developer that it's under contract right now. That contract's going to die at 12 o'clock midnight tonight.
With them?
Yes.
Then it's up for grabs for whoever.
Right.
Well, then you better get it under contract and then go back and renegotiate.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I've got to do something now because at midnight,
Yep, get it under contract and then.
I don't know how to fill this thing
The
out.
beautiful thing is we can terminate a contract. So yeah, we can walk through that. Absolutely. I can get on a call separate with you afterward if you'd like.
That would be wonderful.
100%. I can.
Because I've been trying for 7 days to get all this together, and I've done as much as I know how to do, and here I am.
I got you, sis. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
You get on
Thank
a
you.
call. You get on a call right away, and I'll walk you through that. Not
Thank
a
you.
problem. Absolutely. Absolutely. Do you guys want me to put in here the joint venture agreement that I got from Lydia? Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna get that in here for you guys so that you can download that and have that, because that I feel is like really super important. We were all looking for one, and this is going to be a really great resource for you all. So let me get that. And then also I'm going to put the, for those of you that are interested in her cold call scripts, so you can compare them to WREIN's. Hers are really sweet because it's very much like what Jenna was talking about. Jenna, when she was saying, it's just like getting connected to someone, and that's exactly what she does there as well. And I'm also going to share with you all her assignment of contract. And for those of you that are using a bird dog, I'm going to pop that in there too. So you have all of them. A bird dog, if you don't know what a bird dog is, it's somebody that basically goes out and finds your leads for you and then gets a little small bit of a chunk of change from what you offer. So if you are having a hard time finding an end buyer, they may end up, a bird dog could be somebody that has a laundry list of end buyers, and you partner with them and they take your property and present it to their end buyers, and more than likely 9 out of 10 times you end up getting an end buyer through them. And then you can do finder's fee for them. It's not really a joint venture, it's more of a finder's fee with a bird dog versus a joint venture being with me and Stacy teaming up and going and taking, she has the end buyers, I have the property, and then we partner like that, and we're doing a 50-50, the same amount of work, both of us. Just when you open your files, you just download them and save to whatever folder you want to save them to. You can find a bird dog even by posting it through any of the Facebook groups, or even here if you post, does anybody do bird dogging? And if they're a bird dog, they're going to know what that is, and they're going to respond to you straight away. It's a really, really great way to make your life a lot easier. Non-disclosure, you know what? That's a really great question, Marie, and I will ask Lydia. And also, if you were on the call with Genevieve Sands, S-A-N-Z, when we did the sub 2, she's also an attorney, and she has a bunch of materials to share with you as well. And then, all right, perfect. All right. Any other questions in regards to business startup, LLC stuff, or taxes? No? Okay, great. And then do we have any other questions about WREIN and the program and how to navigate anything in there at all? Susanna, go right ahead, Mama.
You just mentioned about the sub 2. I was looking for that video or that call. I missed it. Where could I find that?
Oh, very good. Let me post it in the chat. I have so it's over in the accountability groups under sub 2. I have a whole entire laundry list of.
So it's in the
videos,
accountability group?
but I just happen to have it right here.
Okay, great.
I'm going to post that little YouTube link right there. So you have it.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You're so welcome. Yes, Genevieve is extremely insightful with that. Also, we have a group with Suzanne Fox that we do. It's called Planning for Profit. And with Planning for Profit, we have within that group, we talk about the sub 2. We have a base camp where we have a ton of resources as well that you can go in and have step-by-step, and you can download all of those informations that we post in that group. And it's a collective, so anyone that has other information that wants to share, you're more than welcome to put that all in there as well.
Do you know if the Basecamp, if that's an app or it's a website?
So it's actually kind of like OneDrive or like Dropbox. So it's very similar to that. That's what that is really. And we dump all of our resources in there that we find. Suzanne has a lot of resources that she puts in there, y'all. It is well worth joining us, even if it's 1 or 2 times, just to get access to the base camp. So that way you can go in and download as much information, print whatever you need. She's got a lot of stuff that circles around sub 2 specifically, which is when we take over the payments for somebody. And when I use my REI Works, it's not like the one. So the REI Works that we have access to, y'all, is the base one. The ones that the Todds use are like the uber upgraded ones. Kind of like Jenna has access to like everything. Like they have the top of the line, most upgraded one for the most part. So you might not see like the AI unless you upgrade to the AI. So you won't see that. Now, there is a resource. I had not a lot of luck with it, but it's called REI Kit. REIKIT. It's an all-in-one. It does your direct mail, your SMS. It gives you a phone number for your business, a website, all the things. Everything you can think of. Created by an investor for investors. And they have a support system and everything. It just takes a little bit long to get through to them, but for the most part, they have a freebie and then you can upgrade. The max one is like $204 a month, but with that you get 50 to 60, or with the top one you get like 100 leads, and they're already warm leads, so all you have to do is pick up the phone and call them, or you can message them, etc., and they've already been skip traced for you. And then with the credits, they give you, if you have like every month you get new leads every month depending on the plan that you're on, and it's called REI Kit. It's really, really well worth looking them up. Yeah, you're so welcome. Yes.
Is REI Kit with REI Works?
No, they're completely separate entities.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, they're completely separate entities, but it's very similar. But they are really resourceful. They have a lot of great information, and that's how I started. But then I really am a person that likes to have my own website and do my own little things. because this is something I found, like, for business, like my focus for me is business development. That's my forte. That's what I'm really good at doing, is that and business coaching. And so if you are starting your business and you are wanting to really elevate your business in a way that you're building that connection to your community, I'm going to highly encourage you to, if you don't have it already, have a Facebook page for your business, and then start building your community. And that can be utilizing some of the materials that we have and repurposing them for whatever your niche is. So whatever your niche is going to be, oh, I only like to focus on absentee. Oh, I only like to focus on foreclosures. Whatever it is that you want to be specifically focused on, do that. Focus only on that, master that, and then evolve to other aspects. Because when you become an expert in one little thing, such as foreclosures, then you're going to want to post on your Facebook page and share with your community 5 tips on how to not go into foreclosure, prevent foreclosure, or today's topic about foreclosure is, or pre-foreclosure, or absentee, or vacant, whatever your specific area of interest is, and why. If you are doing door hangers, I'm going to encourage you, and I know Holly was on the call for this, to not just do a door hanger, but to make it even more special. If you're going to leave something on someone's door, why are you leaving it? Why? Give them a reason to not throw it away. So for me, if somebody left a door hanger on me and I knew I was going into foreclosure and they left me 5 tips on how to stop a foreclosure, I'm going to want to call that person straight away, because that person knows what's up. And if you sweeten the deal, here in New Orleans, and Holly knows this, we are big on what we call throws. And it's like a little stupid trinket. It could be like this little cute thing in glitter that I put in a package that's like a button or a magnet or whatever. And it's something that I can keep and play with. Everybody loves to get something. So if you like use your door, you go to the $1.25 plus store, because y'all already know it's not the $1.25 or dollar store anymore. So you go to the $1.25 plus store and you go up in there and you get yourself some glitter, or you get yourself a little clear bag, and you can get pens and pencils, or get pens, marketing, go to Canva or Vistaprint and order a bunch of pens, and or whatever, postcards, or something that has like a Bible verse on it, or something that's really special, or something that means something to somebody, you know, a motivational thought, or whatever it is, to just give some inspiration. But leave that. And I also would encourage you to put your picture on your business card, or put your picture on your door hanger, or make a flyer or something that you can leave in every coffee shop in your local community, that you are a real estate investor. And you remember those old school, I don't know, I'm probably dating myself, but back in the day, you would rip off the bottom. If like, oh, something's done, rip off this little piece of paper because I need a roommate or whatever. You could do that. You have your flyer, and then if you're interested in selling your home, we buy it for cash, and have them tabs that they can rip off. It's just as good as a bandit sign, and you can leave it at every single coffee shop that has those community boards, and you'd be surprised how many people call you, because that's exactly what worked for my yoga business, and I had my classes packed. So consider that. And then also, when you leave cute little things, it could be like, you could even have like a discount or something that you offer them if you want to like partner or whatever. Just get creative with whatever it is that you're door hanging, especially if you're doing a foreclosure list because you're going to be door knocking. If you're not a door knocker, you can leave that on their handle when they get home, and they'll have this little cute package that someone like consciously put together for them that says, hey, I'm here to help you. This is why. I'm also a big fan of handwriting letters. I don't know about you, but I am so tired of getting junk mail that's always already pre-printed. But when I see a handwritten letter, I'm going to open that. And when I open it and I see a picture of the person that wrote it to me on their business card, and it's like, oh, that's a friendly face, I feel really connected to that person. Let me give them a call. So think about those types of things for your marketing think outside the box of your marketing and not just necessarily doing those direct mails through REI and what have you, because it's really super costly, but you can save a lot more by utilizing these little tiny $1.25 trinkets and put in, and that would be like the best way for me as a wholesaler that's starting out as wholesaling is what I do. And that's how I've been also getting my leads. And like, for example, I did that and I have 4 people I have to go see this week and go check out their homes, which are probably going to be 4 contracts, depending on if they like me or not, because again, it comes down to relationships. The person that I sold this particular property for today didn't want to go with any other end buyer because he really, really liked me and my network. And Genevieve Sands and I joint ventured, and she was my end buyer for this property. Ashley.
Yeah, sorry. I just want to go back to the REI kit. So we're doing this as like we have other businesses, and I'm so super excited about it. Want to go through all the training and do all the things, but I want, honestly, I will pay for the best tool. Like I don't want to have to sift through a bunch of stuff. We don't need our website set up for, like, we have staff that does those things for us. So I want to use just the best one for like the leads. And we probably won't use we won't use them to do any of our mailers or anything like that. We would do that in house. So do you think, I know you said PropWire earlier.
PropWire. Mm-hmm.
And then REI Kit, and then of course REI Works. I just don't know the all of these sites. For me, it's just like, what has the best user experience on the sites, and I guess the level of data, like from your experience.
PropWire is probably going to be your best bet because that's what most of the realtors are using.
Okay.
That I've been speaking with. When I bring up PropWire, they are all about that because that's what they use.
And that's like above and beyond
above and beyond. Yeah, you can get all of your comps. And then for your leads, if you get your leads from, my leads come straight from foreclosure.com because I'm foreclosure focused. That's where my
okay.
That's at.
Okay, cool. And that one was you mentioned that one. I think I wrote it down. This has been
And WREIN, WREIN 1000 is the code for your discount when you sign up for foreclosure.com.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
WREIN 1000, you said?
Yes, WREIN 1000 for foreclosure.com.
So I really appreciate this call. I mean, I've only been in this network for like I don't even think a week yet, but this was very, very helpful.
You're just so welcome.
Have real
I
people.
have so much more information, y'all. Like, I'm like, my head is like full of it.
Well, I'll be back on more calls. I appreciate your time, truly.
Yes, we're about an hour and 15 minutes in, y'all. So, I know, does Heather have a question? Yes. I will love to help you, Heather. Yeah. Actually, my phone number, y'all, if you want to just text me, you can, because I'm a texter. 504-413-9009. I'm on the phone all the time. Like texting, not on the phone, like on texting. If I'm on the phone, I'm listening to the Grateful Dead. If I'm listening to music, I'm never really on the phone.
Can you repeat your phone number again?
Yes, it's 504-413-9009.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll pop it in the chat for everyone too, just in case. And then my email, if you want to link up, is Scarlett N, the letter N, Grace Ventures @gmail.com.
I have a question.
1 second, guys. All right.
Christina?
Yes.
Do you mind if I just run this by you? You can tell me whether we can talk about it later or not.
Yeah, for sure. Go right ahead.
Okay. So my husband came home today and he's like, I was looking at the auction site. Okay. And I have heard other people say no auction, blah, blah, blah. But there is a house in Traverse City, which is a pretty good neighborhood. The houses in this neighborhood are upwards to 700 to 800. This particular house is already foreclosed and it's auction. Um, but it would be a great flipping opportunity if we could get it. The only thing, and I don't know, a lot of investors probably won't touch it. Um, it looks like there's mold. Okay, so we would have to go in and do a full rehab. I did use the Chat GPT to give me some information. I took Genevieve's advice and used her Bible. But so it looks like it would be like 345 on the top end for everything, basically and I don't know if I'm saying this right. The ARV would be like 700 to 800. The repairs would be anywhere from like 175. Um, and then what ended up working out was like to a 56% deal. So I'm wondering, am I going to get shot down if I present this to a PML just because it's at auction? And I know that how auctions work, you have to have cash when you go in there. So if that is that something we want to talk about or save for something else?
That's a really good question for Genevieve, because she's kind of the expert of creative financing
Okay.
and with figuring out tricks to kind of grab this particular property. Because if it's already, is it past foreclosure already?
It is. It's already the auction for this house is August 14th or August 4th, I believe. So it's already passed everything.
Yeah, but it's still going to auction.
It's not at the auction yet.
So you can technically still stop it. You can either call the bank to stop it if you have an end buyer, probably. All right. I would email Genevieve and pick her brain on that one, or bring it up in the planning for profit call with Suzanne, because Suzanne might have an answer for you.
Okay.
Yeah, Suzanne can probably have an answer for all of us with that one, because that's,
I mean, it said it's on the it's not, what is it? It's on the tax.
what's the pity for that, which is the property taxes, the insurance.
Let me see if it gave me that information, because I don't know if it gave me that information on the site. Here it is. Oh, it was public land law auction is what it's under, tax sale auction. So not foreclosure, I don't believe.
Yeah, that one, that's a good one on me. I'm not 100% on that. I know for sure that you're gonna want to know what we call is the PITI, 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 which
Yep.
is, you want to know the principal, you want to know the interest, you want to know the taxes and the insurance collectively.
Okay. I mean, I know.
Yeah, you're gonna want to know that, and then anything, and then what the judgment is, and any liens that are on there.
They owe like $10,000, and then the lowest bid starts at like 46,000 for this house.
Huh.
I'm
Yeah.
just curious. Like it sounds like it could be
I agree.
upward
Yeah,
potential.
Christy has a question too. So it's a mortgage auction, not a tax. It's a tax auction or a mortgage auction.
It's a tax. He found it on tax sale, Michigan County tax auction.
That's a whole new list.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna consult the Oracle Chat GPT on that one.
I did, and ChatGPT told me it was amazing, and it made me a whole pitch to send out. So I was like, oh, and then I jumped on here and thought, well, I'll just run it by because I don't. I mean, the only thing that I can do is get told no, right?
Right, exactly. Yep, that's it. You know,
But I think I will email
reach out. Yeah,
Genevieve.
reach out to Genevieve and see what strategy she can pull for you and help guide you in that way.
Okay,
You
perfect.
could always find your in buyer and take them with you to the auction.
That too. That too.
Oh, that's true because you do have to have cash.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Bring your end buyer with you.
except for I don't know any local investors where I'm at.
Join your network.
I have it. But it's downstate. Like everyone is like in Detroit area, and I'm up north, like at the tip of the mitt. So yes, but it's not like I'm not gonna post it everywhere if I decide to do it. But thank you.
Chrissy has a question. So are you buying the tax liens, not the property, unless I misunderstood you?
No, we would buy so you bid on the property, and then if you, let's say we bid 100,000 and we won that bid, so we would pay 100,000 plus what they owe on back taxes. And then we would get the deed to the property. I mean, it would have to have a total gut, like the basement's full of mold and stuff. But it's a super nice house. Super nice house, as in it used to be a super nice house. I don't know what happened, but something happened. It still has all of the furniture that was in it when they built it. It's just all demolished.
Did it go through a hurricane or anything to get that kind of?
No, Northern Michigan it's not hurricane or anything. I think I don't know unless it was left vacant and then like plumbing burst or something, because mainly it's in the lower level, like the basement is the most affected by the mold.
Yeah, that's a really good question.
But all the comps are like upwards to $700,000-800,000. It's like it's in a rich sub.
So the comps are at 700. So and you're looking to wholesale it, or are you looking to buy it for yourself, private money lender?
Oh, and yes, we would buy it and then flip it probably, because retail we could possibly make depending on how much we get it for.
Holly, you were in the Jumpstart program?
Yes.
So were you on the June immersion?
Yes.
Did you get the whole entire spreadsheet of all of the sisters that were on there that were wanting to connect with each other?
Oh, yes, I did. That's right.
Okay, you want to go through that list, all of you. If any of you were on that call with us and got that list, you want to go through that list. You're going to find your private money lenders on there and your end buyers. Reach out to them. Reach out to them, because they're going to be the ones to help you wrap your head around that particular question, because they're going to be the ones to fund you, so they know exactly how to look into that with their money.
Right. Okay, yeah, good idea. I didn't even think about that.
Absolutely.
Excuse me, this is a list. Is this a list you get at the immersion training?
Yeah, one of our sisters created an entire list of the sisters that were in that immersion, that whoever wanted to be on it filled out, and it was an open Excel sheet to the collective. And I have a copy of it, so I can send it to everybody if you like.
That would be awesome.
I can share it with you all. I'll dig in and find it. Yeah, because I just gave myself an answer too. That was my
Thank you, Christina.
You are so welcome. Yes, and who's Genevieve? Genevieve Sands. Genevieve Sands is a private money lender and an end buyer, and she is an expert at sub 2 and creative financing. She is the founder of the lease to own program, so she would be the person to talk to about some serious creative stuff. And ooh, I need to find this Nanette's. Who's Nanette's Facebook page? I want to know who that is too, y'all. Share. And so the other one was called Wholesaling for Newbies 101 with Lydia Renee. That's where you're going to find what I just shared with you, all those joint venture contracts and so on and so forth.
Wait, what was that? I got to open my notes app.
It's yeah, no worries, and I can send it out also afterward. But her name is Lydia Renee, and she runs a free group on Facebook called Wholesaling 101 for Newbies. She's this beautiful, beautiful African American girl, and she posts a bunch of information and videos on there.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we'll be back next week, right here at the same place, same time. And to go over any other questions that I will receive from more sisters that I didn't get to touch base on tonight, because I know there's a bunch more questions and I really want to get those out there for everybody. And I'm happy to get on a call with anyone or whatever afterward. So feel free to text me, call me, whatever you like, and I will get in touch. But I will see you all next week at the same time. I know I just want to honor everyone's time because we've been on here maybe about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So
Thank you.
you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Please keep sending me messages so that I can address all of them. I'll have a laundry list of things and resources for you all as well.
Thank you.
I just sent you a couple of emails.
Yeah, send away. Send away.
Thanks, ladies.
Thanks, Christina.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You're welcome.
Night. Hope to talk to you as soon as we hang up.
Yes, you will. Nicole, did you text me?
I just emailed you. I found the foreclosure information, and also I emailed you my comps. But I've got all kinds of. I mean, I've been working on this for 7 days, so I need to do something. And I just got the realtor's information from the seller.
Okay, perfect. I'll go over that with you. Not a problem.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, you got it. Bye, everyone.